Hey guys, Justin Rivas here. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about a great way to get better audio for your videos if you're creating them or yourself or recording somebody else, and that's this, the Rode Smart Lav Plus. This is a newer version that recently came out, but basically the way it works is it's a little lapel microphone like you can see right here. This is it, that connects directly to your phone, your smartphone, and it can record the audio that way. That's great because you can be a long ways away from the camera and still recording audio, or if you've got talent or you're interviewing somebody, it could be a smartphone, it could be an iPod Touch, iPod Nano, some of the newer ones, they can do voice memos, and you can basically plug this in, hit record, drop it in their pocket, and off you go. Or if you're like me right now, I'm talking on this, I'm set up on this. Why I chose this over something like a more expensive Sennheiser wireless kit or a Rode wireless kit is simply the cost. In Canada, this is just over $100. I think in the States you can get it for under $100, but that's a really good price point to get pretty good quality audio. It also gives you the ability to record somewhere separate and kind of be wireless. But something you'll notice with digital SLR cameras is their audio can be noisy when you're plugged directly into them. I have one of those little Rode video mic shotgun microphones, and it's a little bit noisy, and that's because the thing that's called a preamp on your camera, which basically boosts that audio signal to a reasonable level, they're not that great, and so they can be a little bit noisy, but doing something like this I found to be pretty good. Now, the overall quality on the audio, probably as you're listening to it right now, is going to be pretty good. I'm juicing it up a little bit, I will say, and that means I've got a background in audio engineering, and so I'm EQing and making it sound nice and full and loud. Right now, as I'm talking, I'm going to change that, and I'm basically going to take that away. All I'm going to do is bring the volume up to a little bit more of a reasonable level, so it's not quiet. Coming out of your phone, you can set the volume level in here if you download the Rode app. They have a specific app for this. I think it's $6, which some people complained about having to spend an extra $6 to use the microphone. That's not true. You can just use your voice memo function and record that way. But for me, if I'm spending $100 on the mic, an extra $6, it gives you some more options, lets you kind of set the level of the microphone closer to your natural speaking level so that you are doing less work in post to bring up the level, but I'm always kind of juicing and playing around with that in general. But this last little bit, I've been flipping back and forth between, EQ juiced and just regular coming out of the camera. I think it can sound maybe a little bit flat, but it's not hard to fix in post. Again, I guess it's $100 and makes it wireless because you likely have a smartphone, and so you're able to do this. Maybe you don't want to put your smartphone in somebody else's pocket. Go buy a Nano, even a used one, or an iPod Touch. You may have one of those around, and it will work with that as well. But overall, I guess I'd say I'm impressed with it. It's fairly straightforward. It clips on, and the cord is, pretty long. I don't know if you can see here. It's probably about, 5 or 6 feet. There's probably exact specs for that, but it just kind of works. I haven't used it in a really windy condition. You can get extra, I think they call them dead kitties, but they're much puffier versions of this little foamy here that's going to cut down on wind noise. But overall, I'd say it does what it says it'll do. If you want to experiment with a cheap option, you can actually grab something like this, which are your headphones that came, I can speak for iPhone, I can't speak for Android or other devices, but you can actually record video with this, and it actually works as a decent little lapel microphone. You just kind of hide it under here, tuck it in, and that'll work. You can actually check out some of my other videos. I've recorded audio doing this. The only thing is, in one video it started scraping on my shirt and making not a good noise. A proper lapel has a real clip and is able to get around that. But if you don't want to spend any money, you can use one of these. But if not, I'd say for $100, I haven't really found a better option for doing something like a lapel microphone. There's an Audio-Technica kind of shotgun mic with a battery you can put in it that's around $100 that you plug direct into your camera. You can just use an extension cord. But again, you're going to get a little bit of hiss from your camera if you don't set it properly. And so, yeah, I think overall this is a good option for being wireless in the cheapest way possible. So hopefully you enjoyed this review. We're able to hear how it sounds. And I think that's it for me. If you enjoyed this, like my channel, I guess subscribe. And thanks for watching. I'm Justin Rivas. See you later.